Man.
Kathleen, have you finished with the Tupperman contract? Counsel from the bank in Megatrends is due here at 3:30.
Relax, Martin. I finished up yesterday, all ready for signatures.
Well, you're going to love this one then. Murdoch just called from their home office. The whole deal has changed. The terms, the conditions, all of it. They backed down on the down payment amount and renegotiated the interest to prime plus 1/4 of a point. That means we need to revise not just the contracts, but the promissory note, all the closing documents. Murdoch won't like it, but we're going to have to ask for an extension.
Well, maybe not. Let me see the changes. I linked the closing documents and the note to my spreadsheet with DDE.
DDE?
Dynamic Data Exchange. It lets me link the closing documents together, so a change in one updates the other simultaneously. It's fast and a lot more accurate than piecemeal changes. There. That's the bulk of it.
Huh.
We can make that 3:30 closing.
Amazing. Where do you find these things?
We'll come back when we're not quite so swamped, and I'll show you some real magic. Anything else?
No, thanks. I owe you one, though. My firstborn, a cheese Danish from Caterans.
Hey, 2 kids are all I can handle. I'll take the Danish.
Ms. Harrigan, Mr. Clancy with Phoenix Packaging on line 2.
Hello, Roger. What can I do for you?
I know that time is money, so I'll make this brief. I've gone over the purchase agreement with Lanford, and it looks fine, except I'm concerned about what you said about possible future liability for hazardous substances.
Are you aware of a problem? I worked on this issue last week. I'll get the language from my paralegal. Hold on a second, Roger.
Oh, you want to call me back?
No, I've already requested it on my electronic mail. All of our computers are linked here, so it'll only take a minute. Now, why this sudden concern?
Well, I learned today that the property was used as a landfill back in the 60s.
Then I'm glad you called me. We will have to disclose that to the buyer, but I won't have to spend much time on the liability provision. Here it is. Let me insert it into the purchase agreement as provision 16.
Well, I suppose we have to do it, don't we? Yeah.
Now, it'll just take a few minutes to modify the disclosure clause. Do you want me to fax it to you from my machine when I'm finished?
Can you do that right from your desk?
Right from my desk.
Time is money, and you're a bargain, Kathleen.
Thanks, Roger. My computer keeps track of the time I spend on your affairs. I think you got off pretty easy today. So I'll be brief, and I'll say bye for now.
Barbara Kingsley, counsel for Jack Thomas of the Villa Crest Apartments, holding on 1.
Thanks, Sally. Hi, Barbara. This is Kathleen. How did the meeting with Thomas go this morning?
My client received a preliminary okay for financing through a regional bank. The problem is it will take a week before all the credit reports and financial arrangements can be made. Can you hold off until the end of next week on the foreclosure?
My client thought this might come up. I have the authority to agree to that. So you would like until the 11th?
I think we can resolve this. Can you confirm his decision in a letter? You know how it is.
I'm doing it as we speak.
You seem to be able to do 2 things at once these days.
Do you want me to fax it to you or send it regular mail?
Regular mail is fine.
Okay, done. It will go out with tonight's mail.
Thanks, Kathleen. I'll be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye, Barb.
Ms. Harrigan, I finished the brief for filing tomorrow. It's on the network.
Thank you. Did you shepherdize it?
Oh, my gosh, I totally blanked on that. I'm sorry. And now I have a deposition starting in 5 minutes that will run into the evening.
Marcy, don't worry about it. I'll shepherdize it from home later this evening after Matthew's birthday party. Try and get something to eat in the next 5 minutes.
Ah, thanks a million.
Kathleen, I got a minute?
Hi, Alex. Come on in. Actually, I was just finishing up a revision to our corporate bylaws form. It's Matthew's 4th birthday, and we're giving him a birthday party tonight, so I need to be out of here at 5 o'clock.
Listen, I just wanted to stop by to tell you that we've got last month's figures in, and once again, you are our top producer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That looks like an outline.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. This is another.
Huh. If everyone in this firm had your billable hours, we would all be out of here by 5. You know, I've noticed that the billables are up in the entire firm since we went to computers.
I'd be surprised if they weren't.
You know, I'm envious. Gosh, I'm not going to get out of here for hours. I've got a brief that needs minor revisions. There's a log jam in word processing, and I got to stick around here to make sure I don't get bumped.
Alex, I hope I'm not out of line, but there really is an easier way.
What, your way?
Face it, Alex, technology is changing the way we practice law. Alex, I'm over 40 years old. I've been out of law school for 15 years. I am no techie. I was terrified at the thought of turning on my new PC. But I was buried in paperwork and I had to do something. You know how they keep saying how easy and intuitive today's systems are? Mm-hmm. Well, it's true. They free up your time so you can think. And that's exactly what we're paid to do. Speaking of that, I hate to think of you staying late for a few minor revisions.
Kathleen, an old dog like me? I've been practicing law with my pen for nearly 30 years now.
Funny you should say that. What if you could make minor revisions with a pen?
I did. The hard copy is in word processing right behind Carl's motion. He was in such a foul mood, I didn't even feel like asking him if I could play through.
Let me show you something. Now, what are the changes that you need to make?
Well, let's see. I reordered some of my arguments, changed a few words in my opening to make it stronger.
Okay. What else?
Well, I deleted a few things. Got some redundancies in my closing argument. My God, Kathleen, I had no idea.
And to get it printed, we just do this, and it will be delivered back to your desk.
What will they think of next?
Well, hold on to your briefs. This is Multimedia. You know how you always warn me that Matt Anderson coaches his clients during depositions? Mm-hmm. Well, we videotaped his client's deposition. You're going to love this. Now watch. Did you tell Mr. Stewart the bonds were insured by the U.S. government?
No. I told him I never said anything about government insurance.
You got him dead to rights? That's marvelous.
Caught him 6 times, and I have the whole deposition indexed with video clips.
Huh? You made my day. How did you do that?
It's called Olay. And I'd really love to explain it to you, but I've got to get to a birthday party. Alex, feel free to go through that dep while you're waiting. You can't hurt anything. It's an old draft. And why don't you see if you can figure out how to use that pen, too?
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow. Thanks for the cleanup help. I need to shepherdize a brief before court tomorrow.
Well, it's awfully late to go downtown alone.
No, I won't have to. I can do it from right here in the den.
Your office or mine?
It's my PC at the office, calling my home PC back. It's an added security measure. You can only access our system if you're supposed to.
Almost finished?
Just a couple of minutes. When I'm done, remind me to tell you about Alex. I showed him how I used the PC today, and he responded like a kid. Who knows what that'll lead to?